No, now I'm recording.
Okay, thank you, guys.
You're welcome.
So we said that in compound or compounding is a way to create new words. We put two or more words together and we get a new word that is not A or B, but it has something to do with A and B or B. And we said in English is rightmost, so this means that the word to the right contributes to the core or basic meaning. So the head, as you can see, the head of compound, the head of the compound, so we said the head is the rightmost word. The head of compound carries its core or basic meaning. So when we say home plus work, we get a new word, homework. That is not home and that is not purely work. But what is the head of this compound?
Work.
Work, yes. So homework is a kind of work done at home. That's why we call it homework. And this is what we mean by the head of the word. The compound carries its core or basic meaning. So what's the basic meaning, home or work? Homework is a work. That's why work is the head of the compound. It is the rightmost word. It is the head of the compound. It carries the core or basic meaning of the compound. It's a kind of work done at home. Sorry, but this is not the case all the time. Although in most cases, yes, it is the head, it is the rightmost word that contributes to the core meaning or basic meaning of the compound, but sometimes it is not always the case. So in homework, we say it is a kind of work done at home. But if we say a word, take a word like blackboard, what is the head? Board, the rightmost word. So a blackboard is a board. That's why it is the head. Blackboard is a board, but this board may not be black. It may be green or white. So here we said homework is work done at home, but the blackboard is not a board that is necessarily black. It is a board, yes, so board is the head, but here the word black, maybe in the past all boards were black. But now, no, we can have green boards, we can have white boards. So a blackboard is a board, but not necessarily black. It can be black, it can be green, it can be white. So here, the headboard contributes to the core meaning. So blackboard is a board, but it is not necessarily black. It can be green or white or whatever. The same thing for newspaper. Newspaper, it's a paper, but if we take now with the new technology, now we have online newspapers. Online newspapers don't have papers. They are soft copies. Okay.
Doctor, no, the core is paper, but we don't have a paper and online newspapers.
Yeah, when we say, let's say Al-Ra'i is a Jordanian newspaper. So here we have, because it is really a paper newspaper, it still uses paper. So in the compound newspaper, paper is the head, and the newspaper is a paper that is dedicated to news. But now we have online newspapers. So we don't have paper in this. They don't have papers. They don't have So when we say papers, we mean real papers, the hard copies. نسخ ورقية, the hard copies of the paper. They don't have because they are online, but still we call them newspaper. Newspapers. So here the head contributes to the meaning, but sometimes we have some exceptions. Now another exception is that other compounds reveal other meaning relations between the parts, which are not entirely consistent because many compounds are idiomatic. You know the meaning of idiomatic. So in chapter 4, we will talk about, in semantics, we will talk about idioms. Idioms that are fixed expressions. Okay, so take boat, boathouse is a house for boats. Boathouse, you know the meaning of boathouse? So this is a compound. We have two parts, boat and house. The head is house. So boathouse is a house for boats. So if I ask you in the exam, do the two parts of the compound contribute to the meaning of the compound in this word, in this compound?
No.
Yes or no?
No.
If I give you boathouse and then I ask you, in this compound, the two parts reveal relations, the compound here reveals relations between the parts, boat and house. True or false?
True.
True, yes, because a boathouse is a house for boats. So a boathouse is a house. So the head word house contributes to the core or basic meaning of the compound. And also it has relation with boats. So it's a house for boats, not house for ships, not house for people, not house for other things. It's only house for boats. But take the word cat house.
Doctor, also the word...
Take the word or the compound cat house. Cat house. So cat house is still is a house. Is a house. It's a house. Okay? So the head house or the head house, the rightmost word, contributes to the core or basic meaning of the compound. But cat house is not a house for cats. It is a slang word, colloquial, عامي. It is a slang word used for prostitution or whorehouse. So a cat house is not a house for cats. That's why only the head here contributes to the meaning, to the core meaning, to the core or basic meaning of the compound. But cat house is not a house for cats. It's a house for or of prostitution. A jumping bean is a bean that jumps. Take another example. A jumping bean is a bean that jumps. So when you put it in the pan, and sometimes with fire, with heat, and then okay. So a jumping bean is a bean that jumps, but a falling star is a star. A falling star is a star that that appears to fall.
It appears.
And yes. Here the two parts: jumping bean, falling star. These two parts contribute to the meaning. A star that falls or appears to fall. A bean that jumps. A magnifying glass is a glass that magnifies. So here magnifying and glass contribute to the meaning. But if we say looking glass is not a glass that looks. Eating apple is not an apple that eats, rather an apple that is eaten.
Maybe look at
laughing,
a glass that looks good.
What?
Looking glass, maybe it's a glass that looks good or seems good.
Looking glass here is a glass where you can look through that glass outside.
Ah, okay.
It is not a glass that looks. An apple, eating apple is not an apple that eats, an apple that is eaten or can be eaten. Laughing gas is not a gas that laughs. It is a gas that policemen, that people in security use to make people laugh. Have you ever heard about this gas?
Yes.
Now, if you smell it, you, the person will laugh.
I'm gonna laugh, yeah.
You will laugh. The one who smells that gas will laugh, not the gas itself.
The cops use it.
Yes, the cops and policemen. So it's a gas. It is not a gas that laughs. It is a gas that makes you laugh. Okay? Okay. Now, peanut oil is oil made of peanut. Olive oil is oil made of olive. But baby oil is not oil made of baby. Okay?
Maybe it's the oil that we use it to babies.
Exactly. So here we say that when we say olive oil, the two parts, olive and oil, contribute to the meaning. And the head is oil, because olive oil is an oil, so that is made of olive. But baby oil is not, it is an oil, but it is not an oil made of baby. It is an oil used for babies.
Good for babies. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm.
Good. And this is what I want. I want you to know general things about just one more point to add here before we move to something else. I want to focus on the pronunciation of the compounds. So the pronunciation of English compounds differs from the way we pronounce the sequence of two words that are not compounded. I talked about this yesterday, the other day, on Monday. In an actual compound, the first word is usually stressed. What do you mean by stressed? Pronounced somewhat louder and higher in pitch. So remember when we said White House?
Yes, we said white.
Yes, we say White House. We don't say white and then we pause. There's no pause. We say White House, White House, White House, White House. So white is stressed. So this is a compound. But if we say White House, then we mean a house that is white. It can be in Jordan, it can be in Europe, it can be, but when we say White House, we stress the first part, and this is an actual compound, and it means the house of the President of the United States of America. In a non-compounded phrase, the second word is stressed, as I said, White House. So if I ask you the meaning of White House, if we stress the second word, is the place where the US president lives or any house that is white.
The first answer is true.
Yes, so if I say white house, then I mean any house that is white. But if I ask you White House, when we stress the first word, it means?
The place where the President of the United
Yes.
States lives.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. The same thing for hot dog, hot. If we say hot dog, hot dog, then it is a compound and we mean the food. But if we say hot dog, then a dog that is
There
hot.
is a dog.
Yes. We refer to the dog. Malek?
Yes, Doctor. Doctor, the examples that precede the peanut oil and olive oil, it is not clear for me. Can you repeat it in a more simple way, if you please? I did not get the idea.
So when we say olive oil is what, Malek? Olive oil is what?
Oil made of olive.
Yes.
It's clear, but the previous example, it's not.
Which one?
Baby oil.
The peanut oil?
No, in the paragraph.
Maybe baby oil.
Maybe the White House.
The
And
baby oil?
I think that.
Malek, the glass or the baby oil?
Yes,
or
yes, this. Just 1 second.
You can, you can read it
from the boat house and cat house.
Yes.
And beans. Yeah, I did not understand that.
Which one exactly, Malek?
Boat house, cat house.
Okay, boat house. What is the head? House. So boat house is a house. So the head house contributes to the core or basic meaning. And it is a house for boats, not for ships, not for people. So here we have both parts, boat and house, have contributions to the meaning. They both contribute to the meaning of the compound. But when we say cat house is a house. So the head house contributes to the core or basic meaning of the compound. But its meaning is not the combination of both words. Like when we said boat house is a house for boats, but cat house is a house, but it is not a house for cats. So cat house is a house where women gather to do maybe
drink tea.
No, they don't drink tea. It is a slang used for prostitution. It is, I mean, it is something in our culture. It is something that is not acceptable in our culture. So women gather to do unacceptable or illegal things.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You know, in Jordanian Arabic, when you use the word قطة in standard Arabic or قطة in Jordanian Arabic, sometimes we mean the real قطة, or sometimes we refer to a girl using cat. The word. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So cat house is not a house for cats. It's a house that is full of women. You see what I mean, Malek?
Yes, Doctor.
While boat house is a house for boats, cat house is not a house for cats. A house for women. And it is a slang word. This is the difference between boat house and cat house. Boat house is a house for boats, but cat house is not. It is a house, but it is not a house for cats. It is a house for women. Okay.
Thank you.
Is the last point clear about the pronunciation? In compounds, we stress the first word. In non-compound phrases, we stress the second word, or the second word is stressed. Okay. Now, universality of compounding. I'm not going to talk a lot about this, but here just I want you to know that not only English, Arabic, German, Italian, all these languages, they have compounds. They have compounds, okay? So it is not only English. So compounding is a common and frequent process for enlarging, increasing the vocabulary of all languages. So this is something universal. You know the meaning of universal. Okay?
Doctor?
Yes.
As the linguistics, the science of linguistics, it tries to I noticed that the linguistics, it tries to compare between all the languages, or what is common between all the languages around the world. Is that right?
Yes, the similarities and the differences.
So if we want to talk about compound, we're going to talk about other languages and the suffixes, other languages, Turkish and
yes.
I noticed that we're not talk about just English.
Of course, because linguistics is not only for English, but here we use examples from English because we are students of English. But of course, students of French, students of Italian, students of German, they all talk about these things. So linguistics, when we define linguistics, what did we say? We said that linguistics is the scientific study of language or a language. So when we study Arabic, when we study English, when we study German separately, we are doing linguistics. When we compare and contrast the similarities and differences between languages, then we are doing linguistics. Yes, you're right. So compounds are universal, not only specific to a certain language. We have a nice term in morphology that is called malapropisms. Mal means bad. Malik?
Doctor, لو سمحت بس إنه when you start talking about the meaning of compound, you said that we have exception. Then you said that you said the examples, and then you said that we still have the meaning from the rightmost. The exception this يعني إنه هدول ما كانوا استثناءات. الاستثناء الوحيد اللي كان عندنا بس اللي هو البيبي أويل. أنا من هون بس رجعت سألت إني أنا مش فاهمة إنه هاي الكلمات عادية، إحنا لسه بناخذ المعنى من الجزء الأول من الكلمة، بس الاستثناء الوحيد اللي هو البيبي أويل، صح هيك؟
No. Not the first part. From both. So we have sometimes, so the head, the rightmost word, the one to the right, is the one that contributes to the basic or core meaning of the compound. But still, the first part contributes. So boathouse is a house for boats. But boathouse is a house for boats. So both parts, both words contribute to the meaning. But the one that contributes to the basic meaning is the second word, the rightmost word. So when we say boathouse, both parts contribute to the meaning. When we said cat house, only the head contributes to the meaning. When we said baby oil, the head contributes to the meaning. It's an oil for babies, not made of babies. Yes, of course we have exceptions, but we have different possibilities. One possibility is that both parts contribute to the meaning. Another possibility is that only the head contributes to the meaning. The second is that both A and B contribute to the both A and B contribute to the meaning, or only B contribute to the meaning, or sometimes neither A nor B in metaphoric use. In metaphoric use, we say that neither A nor B contribute to the meaning. So if we take the example cornerstone, hajar al-zawiya in Arabic. So sometimes when we say, for example, the king put the cornerstone for this company, وضع حجر الزاوية, we mean, yes, exactly, we mean it. We mean it is the foundation, or it is the cornerstone, But sometimes we say that morpheme is the cornerstone in morphology. Here we don't mean حجر زاوية بمعنى إنه that it is here, it is a stone. It is not a stone in this. It is not a stone in this example. It means the most important part in morphology.
Doctor, we call it figurative meaning?
Figurative or metaphorical use, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. Now, in malapropisms, this is a nice term. Malapropism is the confusion of a word through misinterpretation of its morphemes, usually with a humorous effect. Such mistakes reveal much of the lexical knowledge of the speaker. So take these examples from English. So if we say abdicate to give up all hope of ever having a flat stomach. This is a humorous definition. It is not the real definition. Maybe I'm going to give you an easier example. Coffee, you know the meaning of coffee.
قهوة دكتور.
Yes. In malapropism, we can take the humorous definition, the person upon whom one cuffs. So if we say coffee, like we say interviewee, the person you make an interview with, al-muqabal. When we say employee, al-amil or al-muwazzaf. So coffee, the person upon whom one cuffs. You see the meaning of cuff, C-O-U-G-H, cuff, يسعل.
سؤال.
يسعل.
سؤال.
Yes. Cuff. Yes. So coffee, you see the similarity in pronunciation?
Yes. Similarity in pronunciation.
C-O-F-F.
Similarity of sounds.
C-O-F-F, cough, is similar to the pronunciation of cough, C-O-U-G-F. So humorously, للفكاهة, they use cough, and E refers to the person, so the person upon whom you cough. And this is not true, but we use it humorously, للفكاهة. Longevity being very tall. So longevity means
very tall.
No, this is very tall in the humorous definition. But what's the real meaning of longevity? Longevity means طول العمر. its real meaning. But humorously, for nukte, for fukaha, they say longevity to mean being very tall. Why? Because it is taken from long, meaning tall, humorously. So we use longevity referring to people who live for a long time. We take it humorously to mean being very tall. And it doesn't mean this in reality. Its real meaning is not this.
Doctor, they use it a lot? Or sometimes?
No, I mean just humorously. Sometimes when they want to be funny, when they seek humor, they use these terms.
Doctor,
yeah, in Arabic we do this. In Arabic we do this. You know the meaning of Juhfiyya? Is there anyone from Juhfiyya in the class?
Yes, أنا.
ما أنا جحفي دكتور.
منطقة.
It's a village or a town. Who is from Juhfiyya?
Yes.
Who? زينب؟
No. بس بدي أحكي إنه إيش بنقدر نستخدمها بالهيومرس.
Humorously, instead of referring to Juhfiyya, the town or the village, we say Juhfiyya means okay, gaze at me or look at me.
Yeah.
Okay. Juh means اطلع. Like we say in Jordanian Arabic, مالك بتجح فيه. بتجح فيه. مالك بتجح فيه.
يعني
why are you looking at me? Why are you gazing at me? Okay. When we say Farid al-Atrash, we say in Jordanian Arabic unique deaf. Unique deaf. So unique means Farid and deaf means Asam. So we use it like this. This is the humorous use of words. Although here we have English and Arabic is there. We translate it from English into Arabic or from Arabic into English. But in Malapropism, this is within the same language. Like when we say مر من جنبي وكان يجح فيه. وكان يجح فيه. So جحفية means the town, but يجح فيه, so we take it like this. Okay. Yes? There, just when we use something humorously for fukaha, for nukte, okay? And this is due to the misinterpretation. Okay. Like when we say gaf gaf, stop.
عال هاي.
Okay.
دكتور طب لما يقولوا رمسك باب هيك فيها ولا لا؟
No. Here you really mean this. You really mean this, that Ramtha is known for this food or this meal.
Okay, thank you, Doctor.
You're very welcome. So this is only for the humorous usage, just. Sign language morphology, I'm going to leave this, and then I'm going to move to morphological analysis, identifying morphemes. Yes?
I have a question from the former, from the former material.
Okay.
Just 1 second, please. Doctor Hassel, circumfixes will infixes. We don't have circumfixes or infixes in English language.
In English, yeah, we don't have.
We don't have. The other question is about the.
Of course, if we exclude man, min, then in this case, we don't have infixes in English.
Oh, okay. Are the articles bound morpheme or free morphemes? Because I was looking for that, and linguists and most teachers, most professors say that the articles are free morphemes.
Yes, because when we say a man, we mean one man.
Yeah,
An egg, one egg. The man, so a definite man, a certain man.
Alone.
Yeah, they can. They can. We say that prepositions are free morphemes. Articles are free morphemes.
But there's other teachers say that also they are bound morphemes because we couldn't have them alone. We need a noun with them.
Okay. I know that we can say a alone or that alone.
Yeah.
They are without being used with a noun, they are meaningless.
Yeah, there's no meaning.
So I prefer to call them function words. Function words. They have a grammatical function.
Defiers.
Yes, but in English, a is not attached. Is not attached to the word. It is separate from the word. So when we say the man, that is one word, and man is another word. That's why I know that this is controversial, generally, but the issue is that I prefer to call them free because they are technically they can stand alone as a word. I know that they can't be used alone. They can't be used alone.
But they are words.
You're not gonna ask us about them in the exam?
Like what?
The articles are free or bound.
Yeah, so if I ask you, the articles are free morphemes, true or false?
True.
True. They they are separate. They are used as separate words.
Functional or content?
Are they functional or content?
Content. Functional.
Function, yes, function words. Function words because they
close the class.
They have grammatical functions. ملك؟
دكتور يعني هيك every free morpheme استنى شوي every كل الأشياء اللي لها معنى بنعتبرها إنه it can stand alone. We consider them as free morpheme.
If it has a meaning and can stand alone, like prepositions, yes. So prepositions, a preposition has meaning and it can stand alone as a word. I know that when I say it can stand alone as a word, I don't mean it can be used alone. Prepositions have meanings. Prepositions can be used. They are words. But they cannot be used alone. But they have meaning. They can stand alone as words. Yes, I know that they must be used with other words. So prepositions are free morphemes. But be careful here. Sometimes morphemes have meanings, but they cannot stand alone, like derivational morphemes. So if I ask meant or shen or gen or er, these are derivational morphemes, and they have meaning, but they must be attached to other words. They are never words. They are parts of words. They are parts of words. So these suffixes are not free morphemes. They are bound morphemes because they are never words. They must be attached to words.
The question is the conjunction words a free morpheme?
Conjunctions or and?
Yes, or and also like this word.
Yes, they
are free.
Yes, they are separate. They are separate.
But are they consonant or function?
Function,
words?
function words. They are function words.
They are conjunctions. They are function words.
But I think they have a meaning.
They have
Like
meaning.
and
Hamza,
yes.
prepositions have meanings. Articles have meanings.
Mhm. Doctor, it's not about the meaning. It's not just about the meaning.
It is
They-
not
they
just
give a-
only the meaning. It
they
is not
specify-
only. It is not only the meaning.
Yeah.
If they are used as separate words, they are separate words. They have meaning. Then they are free morphemes.
And
But if they have meaning, but they are never words, they are parts of words, they must be attached to other words, then they are bound morphemes.
Mhm. Doctor, بس I have also a question, please.
Yes.
عفوا بس
I-
ممكن
when
Sorry.
انه قبل ما ننتقل للسؤال الثاني عجقونا دكتور، فممكن تعيد لنا اياهم بتلخيص موحد لكل الجمل اللي حكيتهم؟
I already did, Zainab. So I said, if the morpheme is used as a word, if it is a word and it has meaning, so it is a free morpheme. Even it is a function word. Take articles, take prepositions. Prepositions are separate words and they have meaning. So prepositions are free morphemes because they are words. They are words. We don't attach them to words. So in, on, at, these are separate words. But take ER. So morphemes that must be attached to other words, even they have meaning, they are bound morphemes. Take ER as an example. Can we have ER alone? Zainab, can we have ER alone?
No, doctor.
No.
ER has meaning, right?
Has meaning?
ER, yes, has meaning. It is the agentive noun, like a player,
yeah.
singer, yes. But ER is never a word. It is part of a word. It must be attached to a word.
It has a meaning, but it's not a word.
It is not a word, so this is a bound morpheme. But if the morpheme has meaning and is used as a word, a separate word, it is not attached to another word, it is not part of another word, it is a separate word, then it is a free morpheme. Even it is a function word like a prepositions. Okay. Malik?
Yes.
You raised your hand? Okay. Qais?
Yes, Doctor. When you gave us that assignment about what is not a human language and about the computers, if they have a language or not, I've read something in the book
Okay.
that they say that about the properties of the human language. One of these properties is discreteness and displacement.
Okay.
Could you just explain a little bit about the discreteness and displacement, please?
Okay, sure. I mean, maybe I'm not going to include this in the, we'll see, in the exam or the midterm exam. But in general, we said that human language is different from other animals. If we say language, even we use it between quotation marks for animals, because this is controversial generally between linguists. Some linguists call these kinds of communication among animals as language. Some don't agree, don't accept this, and they don't use the word language for animals. They use communication. That's why human language is discrete in the sense that it is different from from other animals' communications.
Doctor, discrete means يعني separate يعني? إنه منفصل أو مختلف؟
Yes, yes, of course it is different. Yes, of course it is different from other means of communication. Yes, we use language as human beings to communicate, and other creatures, animals, birds use certain ways or systems to communicate also. But our way of communication is different from their way of communication. Take the bees, take the monkeys, take other examples, take birds. That's why our language is different. And in the definition of language, if you still remember, we said a system, or it is a system of arbitrary symbols used for human communication to exclude non-human. Some use the word language, and still they admit that our way of communication is different from their way of communication. Okay.
They say here the creativity of human language depends on the discreteness.
Yes, of course. We said, remember when we talked about the parrot?
Mm-hmm.
And we said, you can teach the parrot 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 words.
Yeah.
But the parrot can only repeat or imitate, يقلد, only repeat after you. Teach the parrot 50 words, then the parrot can only repeat these words. The parrot cannot come up with new words. The parrot cannot put these words together to come up with new phrases or clauses or sentences.
Okay.
That's why human language is a productive, and this is one of the most important components or characteristics of a human language, that our language is a productive and creative. Remember when we said we use a limited number of rules to generate or to produce and even to understand unlimited number of possible sentences in English, in the language that has never been used or heard before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Doctor.
You're very welcome. Now, maybe we still have time for the first case study, morphological analysis, identifying morphemes. Now, what if I give you data set from English or from another language, and I ask you to identify the morphemes? So, a simple example from English, if I give you sing, singer, read, reader, play, player, and then I ask you, what is the meaning of the morpheme ER in this language?
The agentive.
And you say ER is the agentive now, is the agentive morpheme. It makes the verb, it changes the verb into a noun, and the noun here means the person who. So player, the person who plays, singer, the person who plays, sings, and so on. Now let's take this simple example. Ugly, uglier, ugliest, so very attractive, more ugly, more ugly, okay, unattractive, more ugly, uglier, and ugliest, most ugly, pretty, prettier, prettiest, tall, taller, tallest, and then I ask you to identify the morphemes in this data set.
There's two morphemes.
In every word, we notice that in every, ugly is one word and one morpheme. Uglier is one word, but two morphemes. Ugliest, one word, two morphemes. But here we have ER and EST. These are two different morphemes, right? One is used for comparative, one is used for superlative. Yes.
Superlative.
Yes. So here, if I ask you to analyze this data set, you need to say, we have the root ugly, and ugly is a root morpheme, and the pretty is a root morpheme, and tall is a root morpheme. But ER is a bound morpheme used for comparative, and EST is a bound morpheme used for superlative. This is so easy for you, right? Now it becomes a little bit more difficult if we take case study 2. It is not difficult, but I want you to have a look. Have a look at this data set, please. Have a look at this data set and try to identify the morphemes, okay? Okay. So that case study 1 was from English, and you know English, so it was so easy for you to know that ugly, uglier, ugliest. So ugly is the root, uglier is the comparative, because we have ER, and EST is the superlative morpheme and a bound morpheme. Now, what if we had, this is Zoxian, this is not English. Now, if we say me means I, and many means we, ye means you singular, yeni, you plural, we means he, weni means they, wa means she, wani means they, abuma means girl, abumani girls, adusa boy, adusani boys, abu child, abuni children, baku one paku, pakuni more than one paku. Now we need to identify the morphemes in this language.
Doctor?
Yeah, don't say here we have me. Yes, we know that me and ye and we, and these are the roots. Yes.
Doctor?
Yes.
The suffix ni make all the word in this language plural.
Excellent. So ni and I is the plural
morpheme.
Is the plural morpheme.
Like
Me,
the
many.
as plural morpheme in English.
Yes, exactly. Adusa, adusani. So ni is the plural morpheme. Ni is the plural morpheme. So to pluralize a noun or to make it plural in this language, you need to add the suffix ni, ni. Good. I'm gonna stop here. We still have 2 case studies. Case study 3. And this is interesting. So I want you to be ready, just as Pace mentioned, that here it is not only English identifying morphemes in English. So morphology applies to all languages. All languages have morphemes. Let's say most, if not all, have morphemes. Then we have case study 3 and then case study 4. We will discuss them, inshallah, on Monday. Monday, did we say? Okay. Monday. Your exam will be on Wednesday, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, your exam will be on Wednesday.
Yes, doctor.
Your exam will be on Wednesday, the 9th of December, 2020 from 2 to 3, right?
Yes,
And exam 1, right?
that's right.
Yes.
Term exam.
Manassa,
a
yeah, exam 1.
midterm.
Okay.
On exam.
The midterm, yes, the midterm, but we use Manassat exam 1.
Mhm.
Okay, good. So inshallah on Monday,
Sure.
we will have maybe 15 to 20 minutes talking about case study 3, case study 4, and then we make the rest of the Zoom meeting for revision. I'm not sure. I mean, do you want to have a class on Wednesday, or just you want to have it off so that you have more time to prepare for the exam?
If you're gonna give us a summary, okay.
أكيد أوف دكتور.
No, it is not recommended, Qais, to give you a revision 2-3 hours before the exam.
Yes, it is not good.
I'm afraid that you will be confused.
Yes.
Okay.
So I want to
Doctor.
give you more time to read, to prepare. If you have any questions, you can ask me on Monday, and Wednesday maybe we can make it off to give you more time to study and to prepare.
Doctor, so the material of the exam is just what we take today, not the whole chapter 2.
So what do you mean?
امتحان لوين يعني؟
Chapter 1 and chapter 2. Chapter 1
ده صفحة 14 كنا دكتور
Yes.
لعند اليونيفرسال
Universal grammar. Yes, 1
Yes.
to 14. 1 to 14.
والشابتر هذا لحد ما وصلنا اليوم صح دكتور؟
Yeah, we are done with it. No, we are done with it. Hamza. So here we have just, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. After 4, this is the summary of the chapter. That's it. So we are done with the chapter. Okay?
Sign language is not included, yeah?
Sorry?
Sign language is not included.
Not included.
يعني
Things that
كل الأشياء اللي
we
ما أعطتنا إياها بالمحاضرات ما راح تدخل.
Yes.
شكرا دكتور يعني
Very
بس
well.
ندرس على اللي شرحته.
Yes.
يعني شغلات الأساينمنتس دكتور مش داخلة.
What do you mean? Human language,
دكتور
computer
human
language,
والبيرد
sign language. No.
محذوف صح؟
Yes.
دكتور بعلامة من كم حتى ولا لا؟
It will be yes out of 40.
هي من 30 والباقي على
حكونا من 35 أو من 30 هيك حكون الجامعة.
Doctor, in the syllabus.
I said I wanted to have it out of 30, but then one of the professors told me that it should be out of 40, and 10 for assignments and 50 for the final. This is what he told me.
What about participants?
Yeah, assignments and participation 10, and then
يعني أعطونا من 30 دكتور وعلى الأسايمنات الباقية كله 10.
Who did that?
في عنا دكاترة أعطونا إنه الميد من 30 والأسايمنت.
Yes, I wanted maybe in the syllabus, I wanted to have it 30 for the assignment, for the mid, 20 for the assignments, and 50 for the final. This is in the syllabus. This is how I divided or how I distributed the marks.
يعني 30 المد آخر شيء.
30 plus 20 plus 50. But one of the professors told me that the mid should be out of 40. I don't know why.
اليوم الدكتورة كانت عم تحكي لنا عن هذا الموضوع إنه من 30 المد.
Okay, let me see.
دكتور كل المواد من 30 المد.
Okay, whether it's going to be out of 30 or out of 40, you are going to read, you are going to study hard, you are going to prepare very well for the exam.
بس انه بنعدل
Okay,
بالassignments
okay.
يعني اذا ما سمح الله ما
Okay, let me see. If it is possible to make it out of 30, I will. Okay, I will do it. Yeah, I will. I will have it out of 30 if it is possible.
Okay,
You are
thank
very
you.
welcome.
يعطيك العافية دكتور خلاص.
Thank you so much. Only things that we discussed in the Zoom meetings will be things that we discussed in the Zoom meetings will be in the midterm exam. Okay. I'll meet with you on Monday, inshallah. Come with questions, okay? We will have maybe 10-15 minutes for case study 3, case study 4, and then I'll take your questions. And we will talk about the exam. The questions, what to expect in the exam. Okay?
اوكي يسعدك دكتور.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.